Welcome back to digital class, and now we are looking at booklet number 6 about circles, and now we're looking at B, which is circumference of a circle. Now, just a quick revision. We know that circumference, again, this is a shape called circle, and of course we know there's a center, and the line that is outside this line, we actually call it as circumference. Okay, a quick reminder again, this full line, this is a shape called circle, but the line outer part, this line, we call it as circumference. Again, a quick revision again, if I'm only just referring, okay, this is a circle, I'm just referring a part of the circumference. Example, I just want to name like here up to here. This one, we call it as arc. Again, ARC. Again, circumference is referring to the full line. Arc is referring a part of the circumference. Okay. Now, of course, when it comes to circumference, we need to calculate the circumference of a circle. Okay. And to calculate the circumference of a circle, the formula basically is 2 pi r or pi d. Okay, the first thing I need to introduce to you is, teacher, what is pi? Okay, now you might be confused, what is this pi thing? So pi, basically you understand that this pi basically is it's a thing that can help us to calculate circle. Okay, and pi usually actually approximately equal to 22/7, or sometimes people say that it's 3.14. Okay, and you may be asking, teacher, which one should I know to use? Basically, according to the question. Okay, the question usually will remind you to use this or this. Okay, or sometimes the question might require you just leave your answer in terms of pi. Okay, and in simple, you can treat pi as like an algebra, like a or x or y, but just remember that these are actually designated with a value, which is 22/7 or 3.14, depending on the question. Okay, then again, my teacher by asking, teacher, then how about this r? R basically means the radius. Again, a quick reminder, what is radius? Radius basically is a line from the center to the circumference of it. Example, O to Q, this is a radius. If you want to ask, how about O to R? Yes, this is also the radius. How about O to P? Yes, this is also the radius. And just for your reminder, all of the radius have the same length. That's why you can see that a circle able to have a full nice circle because of the radius, because all of the radius are same. And you might be thinking, teacher, then how about this D? And this D basically means diameter. Okay, diameter. And in that case, as you can see, this is the diameter. Okay, this is the diameter. Now, and this diameter, just for your information, is actually, if you notice, it's actually doubling up the radius. Can you see that? Because radius is only like one side, then diameter is like two sides. Okay, so basically, as you can see, that's why 2 radius is equal to 1 diameter. That's why the formula is, you can either use 2 pi r, means 2 times pi times r, or you can use pi d straight away. Teacher, when to use radius, when to use diameter? In simple, you can just see whether the question is giving you the radius or giving you the diameter, and you can just choose according to what you want. Okay, let me give you a quick example. There's a circle here. Now this is center, this is a radius, and now the radius is actually given 7 cm, and the kind of question asks, find the circumference. Okay, given that pi is equal to 22/7, then what should you do? Again, very simple. To find what is the length of this outer circle, basically you can use again 2 pi r or pi d. But in this case, I will use 2 pi r because I was given the radius 7 cm. So I just use it. Okay, so it will become 2 times pi. Pi is what? 22 Oh, 7 times radius. What's the radius? Again, we are given what? 7. So I times 7. So basically, I can just simplify 7, 7. So 2 times 22 is equal to what? 44 cm. So in simple, this basically means that if there's a circle with a radius of 7 cm, the circumference or the outer length of it must be 44 cm. If no, you can try it out and the answer will be approximately 44 cm. Okay? Now, let's look at the next one. This one you can see that I'm given like a quarter circle. As you can see, this is a quarter circle. This is a quarter circle. And this is a quadrant, okay? A quadrant. This is a semicircle. Now, you might be thinking, why are you giving this? Because sometimes the question not only asking for the circumference, the whole length, maybe it's just asking a part of it, like from here to here only. I don't want the whole thing, I just want from here to here only. And in this case, basically you can understand as this, or maybe like this part, arc. Okay, this is the arc. Now, if the question was actually asking, find the arc or the length of the arc of a quarter circle, then what you should do? It's the same concept, because we know that the arc, in order for us to find for the length of outer part, but only this small part, and I know quarter circle is basically 1/4 of the circle. That's why you just use 1/4 times 2 pi r, then we'll be able to find the arc. So basically, if you simplify, basically half pi r can actually give me what is the length of this arc. Okay. Again, if I were to find this arc, basically I can just use half pi r. Okay. Now, sometimes the question might be asking, I want to find the perimeter of this quarter circle. So very simple, half pi r give me the outer part of this arc. In order to find here and here, I know both of these are radius, right? So you just plus 2 radius. Then we'll be able to find the answer. Okay, something that's very simple. Next one, again, the same concept here. The same concept here. If now the question is asking for the arc of a semicircle, I want to find the arc of here, P to R. Again, I know my formula is 2 pi r. Is it correct? 2 pi r is what we've been practicing here, 2 pi r. But since this is only half of the circle, which is semicircle, that's why I just use half times 2 pi r. So if I simplify, then the answer is pi r. Means that in order for me to look for the arc of a semicircle, I just need to use pi times r. Then I'll be finding the answer. Okay? And you might be asking, teacher, then if for perimeter, is it the same thing? Yes, you are right. Because what I need to find is here to here. I know this is radius, this is radius. So basically, I just use pi r plus with these 2 radius 2r. Then I'll be able to find the perimeter. Okay, so basically, this is the whole concept of how to look for the circumference or the arc of a part of the circle. Okay, and again, in case you're confused, feel free to ask me in the classroom. Okay, and before I end, let me just give you a quick example. Now, example, I'm drawing here a quadrant. Okay, this is a quadrant, and quadrant example I was given. Let me just change it to another number. Example 14 cm. And now the question is actually asking for arc. But you might say that, teacher, I can't remember all this thing. No worries, you just need to remember 2 pi r, the most important thing. Okay? So again, if the question asking for arc, again, I know this is a quarter circle, is 1/4 of circumference. And since they are asking for only for a quarter circle, so it's 1/4 of the 2 pi r. Again, example, this question now is given 3.14 as a pi. So what you need to do is just use 1 over 4 times 2 times 3.14 times 14. Again, the radius is 14, right? Okay. So you just look through your calculator and just type 1 over 4 times 2 times 3.14 times 14. And you'll be able to find the answer, which is 21.98. Okay, that's all. Again, in case the question now was asking for the perimeter of this quarter circle, means that you need to include this radius and this radius. So very simple, you just need to use 21.98 plus 14, one part of the radius, another part of the radius. So 21.98 plus 14 plus 14. And the answer is 49.98 cm. And you are done. So I hope this video able to help you to learn more about circumference of circle and also to look for the arc of a circle or perimeter of a part of a circle. So I hope this helps you, and if you're confused, feel free to ask me in the class. Do not be shy, okay? And I can help you more with this. Thank you so much, and I hope this again help you. See you. Bye bye.